Dynamic class today. Focus on strength. Anyway, the Fridays are focused on a little bit of strength and movement. This week, even more so. We've had two previous classes that really tested us at times. So let's take it further ahead and close the week with a nice, strong, and still dynamic class. Come on up to the front of your mat. We'll start with a few surya-namaskars. Standing straight and tall, feet together, palms together. Namaskar 1. Release. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down, forward bend. Left leg all the way back, knee touch. Lift up the back knee, plank. To the mat, 8-pointed salute, knees, chest, and front of the chin touching the ground. Flat on the floor and then chest up in cobra. Exhale, push your hips back, down dog. Left foot all the way forward, right knee touch. Forward bend, folding over, really nice and easy. You can keep your knees bent. And breathing in, up and behind. Straighten, let it go. One more of that. Inhale up. Exhale down. Right leg all the way back, knee touch. Plank. Down, 8-pointed. Chest up in cobra. Hips back, downward dog. Right foot forward. Forward bend. Inhale, up and behind. Straighten and release. Now, as far as the Suryas are concerned, that's all we will do today. We'll now hit the ground for a tiger and maybe a twist. And then when we do our standing postures, we'll take them all through Surya Namaskar too. And that is the strength aspect of today's class. Front of the mat, breathe in. Fold over. Get your knees down to the ground and ready for the cat and the tiger. Absolutely square position. Hands directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips, and let's start with the cat pose. Inhale, dipped back, look up. Exhale, hunch back, look down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Keep going. Inhale, up. Exhale, head down, hunch shoulders, tail tucked in. One last one. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And release. Tuck your toes under if you like. But now, from here itself, we'll be going into a twist in the child pose, which means we won't sit back like we normally do. That's coming later. You'll keep the hips up. Now, maybe you like the toes tucked under for grip. Maybe you like them pointed back. That's okay. From here itself, take your hands a little forward so it doesn't look very square. Breathe in. And left hand traveling in, turning to the right. Your left shoulder touches the ground. Inhale up. Right hand travels in with a twist, hips up for this variation. Inhale up. Left hand traveling to the right. Twisting as you go down. Inhale up. Last one, right hand traveling to the left. and come on up. Now get your hands and knees in proper position. Again, we're going to the tiger. So absolutely square. Right leg back, right leg up, straight leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Right back and then up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hunch. Knee to forehead, knee to nose. Third one. Right leg back and then up. Exhale. Hunch. Last one on this side. Right leg back, up and forward. Hunch. Release. Same thing on the left. Left leg back. Left leg up, really slow. Straight leg higher than hip level. A bit of a curve. Breathing out, knee to nose. Back and up. Go back first, then go up. And forward, knee to nose. 3. And forward. Try not to turn the hips. 4. And forward. Knees down. Now, knees a little apart, big toes touch. Let your hips sit on your heels. And you're leaning forward about 1/3 or maybe halfway, not more than that. Breathe in. Twisting again in the child pose. Left hand travels into that space. Turn to the right. Up. Exhale. Right hand travels in. Turn to the left. Up. Left to right. Turn as you go down. Turn as much as you can. Inhale up. Last one here. Right hand turning to the left and up. All right, that's enough of that. Come on up. Let's do some standing postures, and we'll do every one of them through the sun salutation variation 2. Now, sometimes when we come to that main standing posture, we'll hold it. Sometimes we'll move in it. So a lot of mix and match going on. Feet together, palms together. Starting first with warrior 2. Release, inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward bend down. Left leg back, absolutely straight. Back foot flat. Inhale, come on up into warrior 2. Chest facing the side, arms front and back, looking forward at or through the right hand. Now, rather than just staying here, in this one, we'll move a little bit. Inhale, right leg straight. Exhale, right knee bent. Inhale, straight. Right knee bent. Last one, inhale, straight. Slow movements, right knee bent. Breathing out. And let's go. Cartwheel your hands down to the ground. Step back into the plank. In the plank, hold for a second. Make sure everything, your hands and your feet are at the correct distance. And let's go down into Chaturanga Dandasana, the low plank. If you don't like this, you can go 8-pointed. Turn the feet, upward facing dog. Breathing out, push the hips back, down dog. Left foot all the way forward. Back foot flat, opening up, warrior 2. Stay for a second and then we'll start moving. Okay, let's go. Inhale, left leg straight. Exhale, knee bent. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And that's it. Cartwheel, hands down to the ground. Lift up the right heel. Step forward into your forward bend. Breathing in, up and behind. Straighten up, release. Next, working with a simple forward lunge, a high lunge in fact. Inhale up, exhale down. And again, we'll go left leg back so that we don't confuse ourselves. Left leg all the way back. Now wait here for a moment. Inhale up, body up just a bit so that you have one straight line from your head to your heel. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, body up, fingertips just a few inches away from the floor. Exhale down. Inhale up, third and last time. Exhale down and plank. Low plank or 8-pointed if you choose. Turn the feet upward facing dog. Breathing out, downward facing dog. Left foot all the way forward. Get into your high lunge. Wait there for a second and let's start the movement. Inhale, torso up, your hips don't move. Palms down. Inhale up. Exhale down. So when you're down, you're resting on the thigh. When you're up, you're not. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Time to step forward. Forward bend. Inhaling up and behind. Straighten. Release. Third one, adding a twist. And again, we'll do the left leg first, just so that it's not confusing. Inhale, up and back. Exhale down, forward bend. Left leg, all the way back. Back knee touching the ground for this one. Sit up. Left arm up. Exhale, cross over. And after you cross over, push your palms into each other like a namaste. From here, back leg straight. Inhale. Exhale, knee down. With control, slow, purposeful movements. Inhale, left leg straight. Exhale down. Third and last one, left leg straight. And left knee down. Release the twist. Hands go to the ground, stepping back into your plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Low plank. Upward facing dog, slow movements. Downward facing dog. Left foot all the way forward. Right knee touching the ground initially. Torso up. And let's go. Right arm up, breathe in. Breathe out. Cross that right arm over the left thigh. Then push your palms into each other. Now, do not look up because we're moving. Just look to the side or even slightly looking at the ground is okay. Let's start the movement. Inhale, right leg straight. Exhale, knee down. Very slow. Right leg straight. And down. 3. And down. Release the twist, hands on the ground beside the foot. Breathing out, forward bend. Uttanasana. Inhale, up and back. Straighten, let it go. Fine. Next one. And now we're going into Warrior One. The Warrior One variation we'll use today now is with the heel up. So we won't flatten the back foot, we'll keep the heel up. Stand tall. Release hands. Inhale, up and back. Forward bend down. Left leg back. Wait for a moment. Back knee touching the ground. Body up. Arms up. No need to look up. That'll just upset the balance for now. So arms absolutely straight up to the ceiling. Let's go 3 times. Inhale, left leg straight. Exhale, knee bent. Touch the ground with control. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Hands down to the mat and plank. Low plank. Upward dog. Downward dog. Left foot all the way forward. Wait. Right knee touch. Chest up. Arms up. Absolutely straight up. Really straight arms. Let's go 3 times. Right leg straight. Down. With control. Do not bang your knee. Up. Knee down. And 3. Up. Knee down. Hands to the ground. Step forward. Forward bend. Inhale. Up and behind. Straighten up. Release. Okay. Now from here, things get a little more complicated. When we move back into that standing posture, we're still going through Namaskar too. But when we move back, you might have to change the distance of your legs. That's one thing. And then secondly, you'll be doing 2 postures. So just as an example, let me give you a fair warning. The first one is triangle and half moon. Let's do this. And again, only moving with the left leg first today. Feet together, palms together. Keep your blocks close by. You never know when you'll need them, especially since half moon is coming up. Release. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down, forward bend. Left leg back. Wait there for a moment. Now, get that back foot a little closer. Flatten the foot on the ground and come on up ready for triangle, Trikonasana. Tucking the hip in, go forward, right hand down. Could be on the ankle to make it easier. If you can, only if you can, go for the ground. Trikonasana, triangle. Left hand on hip, right knee bent, right hand forward. Use a block if you need it. And lift the back leg up into a half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Chest facing the side. If you're confident, left arm up. Remember, it's an open hip. Left hand on hip. Right knee bent, back foot touches the ground first. Then you get both your hands on the mat and step back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana down. Upward facing dog. Slow. Downward facing dog. Left leg forward in a high lunge. Wait there for a moment. Right foot a little closer. Turning that heel in, back foot flat. Come on up. Ready for triangle on the left leg. Arms front and back. Look forward. Breathe in. Tuck the hip in, go forward, and then go down. Remember, you can do less. The stretch is not so important. Right hand on hip, left knee bent, left hand moves forward. Lift off, opening up into half moon. Right leg up. Remember, open hip and keep that right foot flexed. That'll really help. If you're happy with the balance, right arm up. Try to look at the side, or even better, look up at the right thumb. The thing with looking up at the right thumb is you've got to be a little more balanced over there then. Right hand on hip, left knee bent. Back foot touches the ground first. Both hands on your mat. Lift up the right heel, weight. We're not going into plank. We're returning into forward bend, folding over. Inhale, up and back. Straighten, release. Next sequence, pyramid followed by a prep for warrior three. By a prep, you're not going to lift the hands off. Let's start. Feet together, palms together. Release. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down, forward bend. Left leg all the way back, weight. Left foot steps closer. Keeping the right knee bent. Come on up all the way first. And let's start going into a pyramid. Inhale, arms up. If you have to bend the right knee a little bit, maybe you don't need to do that. Exhale, go forward and then flatten yourself on your right thigh. Now, like I said, you can bend the right knee to make it safer. Right knee bent. Both hands forward, fingertips on the ground. You can use two blocks. Now, really important over here, lift up that left heel. That's really important so you're not turning at the hips. Now, moving your weight forward, left leg up in the air, in line with your torso. If and only if you can, right leg straight. So if you can't straighten the right leg, if you think the back leg is falling out of level, then just keep the right knee slightly bent. Really use the strength of the butt and the back to lift that left leg up. Flat back, looking slightly forward. And that's enough. Right knee bent, back foot touches the ground. Hands on the mat beside your leading foot. Stepping back into plank. Wait. Elbows bend, Chaturanga Dandasana. Turn the feet, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips back, down dog. Left foot all the way forward, right leg straight. Waiting here for a moment. Right foot a little closer. Turning that heel in, flatten the back foot, and then come on up. And we can bend the front knee if you like. Arms up. Bending the front knee for safety if you need it. If not, that's okay. Folding from the hip, going forward, and then folding over that left thigh. And drop your head down. Left knee bent, look up a little bit. Move both your hands forward, fingertips touching the floor. Lift up the right heel so that your hip is turned correctly. And let's go. Leaning forward, right leg up. Try and keep it in line with the body. If you think you can, left leg straight. Flat back. Looking at the ground, but slightly forward. So you're not looking at the wall and you're not looking at your fingers. Looking slightly ahead. Right leg down, hands on the mat, step together into Uttanasana. Remember, bent knees is okay. Inhale, up and behind, up, 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 and then back. Straighten, release. Revolving triangle and a revolving half moon. That's what's coming up now. Use your blocks. And remember, with this one, it's opposite hand and leg on the ground. Okay? Let's start. Feet together, palms together. Release, let it go. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Left leg all the way back. Wait. Left foot a little closer first, just like the pyramid. Inhale, come on up. Ready for revolving triangle. Parivritta Trikonasana. Right hand on hip, fingers pointing down. Inhale, left up. And exhale, twisting, turning as you go down. Maybe starting with the shin. Some of us will go to the ankle or use a block. Some of us will go to the ground. And at your lowest position, right arm up. If possible, look up at the right thumb if you can. Right knee bent. Both hands down on the ground, a little forward. Okay. Lift up the back heel. Remember, use a block if you need it. Left leg up. We're going into revolving half moon. Now, from here, turning your chest to the right, right hand on lower back. If you can, right arm up, revolving half moon. Parivritta, Ardha Chaladasana. Release. Back foot down, hands down. Hands on the mat, right beside that foot of yours, and stepping back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana down. Flip the feet, upward facing dog. Lift your hips up, turn the feet, downward facing dog. Left foot all the way forward. Wait. Right foot halfway up the mat, just like a pyramid. Inhale, come on up first. Body facing forward, both legs absolutely straight. Left hand on hip there, fingers pointing down. Inhale, right up. Exhale, turning as you go down. Go bit by bit, don't be in a hurry. Use a block if you have to. Right hand down, and maybe left arm up. So if your shoulder hurts, you don't take the left arm up, and that's why I said maybe. Left knee bent, both hands down, a little in front. Now, lift up the right heel, right leg up, in line with the body, around hip level or so. Right hand down, turning your chest to the left. And if you can, left arm up, revolving half moon. So it's left foot and right hand on the ground. Turn. Left knee bent, both hands down, back foot touches the mat. Step your hands back, wait. Now step together into your forward bend. Inhale, up and behind. Straighten up, release. Good news. Last of these. Then we change things. We hit the ground. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward bend. Left leg all the way back, knee touching the ground. Maybe you'd like to turn the back foot. Maybe you'd like to keep it on the toes. Your choice. We're going to the low crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Hands on your knee, chest up, wait. And give the hips some time to open up over here. Fingers interlocked, index finger released, arms up. Reach up for the ceiling, exhale, curve back, only as much as you like. Do not force this. Inhale back up, hands down. Wait, we're not done yet. Lift up the back knee, step a little closer with the back foot. We're going to warrior three. We'll do it slightly easy with the arms back. Both hands forward, lift off the back leg, hip level only, don't go higher. Now, chest a little higher. Arms back makes it easier, and if you like, right leg straighter. If you like, it's more important to get the hips correct. So if you have a slight bend in the right knee, that's okay. Keeps it safer as well. Hands down, back foot down, hands on the mat, plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward dog, downward dog. Left foot all the way forward. Right knee touch. Adjust the foot if you like. Hands on knee, chest up. Let's wait here. And while you're waiting here, really push the hip forward. Fingers interlocked, index fingers released, thumbs crossed like that, arms up. Go up, 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 look up, and curve back. Back up, hands down. Now lift up the right knee, step closer, both hands forward, fingertips only. Right leg up in the air, hip level. Using the strength of your back, chest up, in level with the leg, arms behind. If you can, straighten that left leg a little more. That's it, hands down. Right leg touches the ground, hands beside the foot. Right foot steps forward into your forward bend. And inhale, up and behind. Straighten up, release. Wonderful. Standing posture's done. Let's sit for a moment, and then we'll get into our seated postures. Legs out in front of you, lean back a little bit. Shake your legs if you like. Relax, let your breath come back. First one, really simple. Simple cross legs, right leg in front. I'll just turn so that you have better view. Right leg in front, left hand on the ground. Right arm straight up. And exhale, curve to the left. Let that left hand move as you go lower. It's okay. And maybe you're high, maybe you're low. Doesn't really matter how much you curve, but keep the right hip on the ground. Right arm absolutely straight. No bending the elbow there. Really straight right arm. Do less if you have to. And remember, your chest faces forward. Inhale up, right hand down. Change legs. Left leg in front. Right hand on the ground, left arm up beside your head. Let there not be any distance over here. Arm and head close to each other. Breathe in, breathe out, curving to the right. Inhale back up, hands down, and let's go in for the transition, seated transition. Straight legs out in front of you, hands beside your hips, Dandasana. Absolutely straight back. Knees bent, arms up to shoulder height, lean back a little bit. The boat, Navasana. Feet down on the ground, keep them slightly apart, hands behind you. Inhale, chest and shoulders open, hips up. Drop your head back if you like, or keep it neutral. Table, easy reverse plank, four-legged platform, lots of different names. And down, release. Next posture. Right leg out in front of you, left knee out to the side. Opening up a little more, left knee points behind, right foot sort of shuffles forward, and your chest faces the side. Revolving head to knee posture. Right hand on the ground, left up. Now remember, your chest faces the side. Bit by bit, travel sideways and down towards the right foot. Parivritta, revolving. Janushirshasana, head to knee posture. Going sideways and down, not forward. Gently release, come on up. Change legs. Left leg forward, right knee out to the side, but then open that angle. And the minute you open this angle correctly, you're just facing the side. It's all natural. Left hand on the ground, right up beside your head. Traveling slow, sideways and down. Maybe you can grab the left foot after you've gone down. Maybe you can't. The important thing is to face sideways, not just with your head, not just with your face, but with your chest. Release, nice and slow. Push yourself back up. And another transition. Legs out in front of you, Dandasana. Absolutely straight spine. Knees bent, arms at shoulder height, lean back, boat. Now you can go with a wider V, that's okay. But make sure you're not hunching the back. You can even bend your knees, that's also fine. Release, feet slightly apart on the ground, hands behind you. Inhale, open chest. Exhale, hips up. Do not bloat your tummy in this posture. Keep your belly flat and relaxed. And down. Wonderful work. Legs apart. Next one. Parivritta, Upavista Konasana. So it's a very natural continuation from the previous one that we just did. Now, we've done all this quite often. We have a slightly uh, stronger posture coming up. That's a little surprise for you. Right hand inside the shin, left arm beside your head. Breathing out sideways, sideways, and down. Maybe you can grab, maybe you can't. But remember, you do not turn your chest to face the floor. That's all there is to it. Gently release. Push with the bottom hand. Help yourself come up so you don't overuse your back. Left hand on the ground inside the shin, right arm up. And exhale, curving to the left. Slow. Sideways and down towards the left. And release. Nice and gentle. Pushing bottom hand. Come on up. Hands down. Lean back a little bit and get your legs together. Dandasana. Boat. Knees bent, arms up, lean back, boat. Feet down, slightly apart, hands behind you. Table. Inhale, open chest. Exhale, hips up. Drop your head back. Do not bloat the tummy. And down, release. Okay, here it is. The crowning glory to this part of the sequence. Left leg out in front of you. Left leg out in front. Now, we'll do this in two stages, and when we go into the second attempt, maybe you're just stuck with the first stage. You'll do the first stage twice, and that's okay. So, all we'll do for now is keep that left hand on the ground, gives you a little bit of support. Right hand holding onto the foot. Straighten it up and take it slightly out to the side. That's it. That's it. If you can, pull the leg a little closer to the body. Only if you can, don't force this. Gently release, bend the knee, right leg down. Same thing on the left. So, right hand for support. Left hand hold the foot straight up, a little out to the side, and maybe you can pull it a little closer. Maybe not. Try not to hunch your back when you do this. Sit up straight. That's why you got this hand for support here. It's a little to the side. And that's it down. Fine. Now let's try and do it stronger. Now, what you'll do is you'll try and get your knee or the underside of your knee on your shoulder, if that's possible. Holding onto the right foot, pull it back, pull the knee back. Wait here. Now, right foot, hold with the left hand. Right arm up, breathe in. Right arm under that calf. And once you get the arm under, put this right hand on the ground here. Wait. Wait. If and only if you can, you're welcome to stay here, but if you can, wrap your arms around your back and grab behind. And once you've got this, maybe you can try straightening that right leg. Seated sundial posture, surya yantrasana, but seated, so it's Upavista-surya yantrasana. Right knee bent, release those hands, and let's go to the left. Hold on to the foot, left hand, left foot. Pull the knee back. So you're trying to get the knee behind you, under your arm and behind you. Wait here. Right hand holding onto left foot. Left arm up. Breathe in, really extend. Now exhale, get the calf over your triceps, over your shoulders, and just wait there for a moment. If you can, bind your hands behind the back, so grabbing the fingers or the wrist, and then bit by bit, maybe you can straighten the left leg. Maybe not, it's okay. Left knee bent, hands release, and legs out in front of you for Dandasana. Let's go. Absolutely straight back. Push the ground away from you. Knees bent, arms up to shoulder height, lean back and boat. Feet down on the ground, slightly apart, hands behind. Inhale, chest open. Exhale, hips up. And release, hips down. Okay, let's change things a bit. On your knees. Now, because we're facing the ground, the transitions here will be different. So you'll do plank, push up dog, down dog, because we're facing the ground. Let's start over here. Hands on the ground, and we'll do this in stages. Breathe in and exhale. Slide your hands forward, move into a child pose. Really easy. Look up and really slow walk back. Let's do the second one over here. Now, this one requires a lot more strength, a lot more effort. And it's got a different name. It's no longer the child pose, it's the half tortoise or the easy tortoise. Palms together, cross your thumbs. Inhale, arms up. Now, over here, you can either take your arms behind your ears or you can look up at your thumbs. Both of them are good enough, depending on what works for you. Breathe in. Reach up for the ceiling, keeping your hips touching your heels, keeping that straight line in the body, leaning forward from the hips, straight line, straight line, straight line, straight line. And now finally, little fingers touch the ground, drop your forehead to the floor. Keep it active, you're not resting, very straight arms. Only little fingers and forehead touching the ground. Okay, fingers or hands, let's say, off the ground. Inhale, come on up, straight line. Hips on heels, hopefully. Straight line up and release. Beautiful, that's done. Step forward with your hands into the plank. Transition. Down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Down to the ground. Get your legs out in front of you now. Now the transition is going to change as well, so pay attention when it comes to that. If you like, bend your knees. We're going into Paschimottanasana. Knees bent, let's say, makes it easier. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, go forward. Hold the feet and lie down on your thighs. Okay. Take your palms, push them against your feet. Inhale, half up. Exhale, release. Now we'll do that again and hopefully with straight legs. Hopefully, may not happen. Now, if you can't really straighten your legs or if you think that's too much for you, just decrease the bend a little bit. But those of you who can go for straight legs, go straight legs. Paschimottanasana again. Inhale, arms up. Remember, slight bend is okay. Breathe in, reach up for the ceiling. Breathe out, go forward, hold the feet. Inhale, pull back for a second, really teaching yourself to flex from the hip. And now exhale, bending your elbows outward. Grab the feet and fold. Press against the toes. Inhale, half up. Exhale, release. Transition time. Dandasana. Knees bent. We're not going to full boat, we're going to half boat. Arms touching your knees over there. So your forearms are resting on your knees. Round yourself down till only the lower or maybe the middle back is on the ground. Shoulders are off. So it's a very rounded position. Now, legs up. If this is too easy for you, let's go for traditional practice, and that's fingers touching the side of your head, elbows point out. It's a very rounded position. You should not feel this in the back. It's all in the belly. Sit up, feet slightly apart, hands behind you. Inhale, chest and shoulders open. Exhale, hips up. And down, release. Okay, almost at the end. Now, hands grabbing your big toes, but remember your arms travel from outside your legs, not from inside. That's wrong. From outside. Two fingers grab the big toe, lean back a little bit, and in a hurry, kick the feet up. Don't try and lift them up, kick them up. You can use a belt for this, that might make it easier. Wait here. So all you're trying to do is keep the back flat, not hunching. Now from there, straight legs, but you're not trying to go any closer to your legs. Ubhaya Padangushtasana, grabbing both the big toes. Straight legs, chest up. I'm going to be a little mean to you. From here, right hand free but touching the toes. Left hand free but touching the toes. Try and maintain position without grabbing. Just for 5 seconds. And release. Beautifully done. Rest a little bit. We got one more over here and we're done with. Now, the next one's a natural continuation of this. You're going to try and get your body closer to your legs into upward facing Paschimottanasana, Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana. Traditionally, you're supposed to grab the sides of your feet, but maybe that's too strong. So just grab the ankles or something, or even use a belt. Let's go. Grabbing the sides of the feet. It's going to be a little trickier because you got to go for a deeper fold, right? Feet up. Weight here. Try and get your body really close to your thighs. Straight legs. If you can, they don't have to be completely straight. And let's go bending the elbows, try and move closer to your legs. Now, whether your legs move closer to you or the torso moves closer to the legs, that's completely okay. Just whatever helps you to hold balance. Upward facing, Paschimottanasana, upward facing back stretch, elbows bent. And gently knees bent, feet down, and that's it. Last transition, straight legs, Dandasana. Knees bent, forearms on knees, Rounding your way down, shoulders off the floor. Very important. And if you want to stay here, that's okay. But if you can, straight legs. And if you want more of a challenge, elbows pointing out, fingers touching the back of your head, the side of your head. Release, feet apart, hands behind, open chest, exhale, hips up. And down, let it go. Beautifully done. Lean back a little bit, relax your legs. Now, instead of doing a shoulder bridge or closing up in the back bends that way, we'll lie face down on the ground. And that's how we'll close up with easy cobras. Lying down, face down, relax. Come on up onto your forearms, easy cobra. Okay, from here itself, tuck your toes under and absolutely straight legs for just another few seconds. So, really active legs, knees off the ground. That's it. Knees relax, feet point back, arms beside you, turn your head to the right. Turn your head to the left. Turn your head to face the ground. Use your hands. Gently push up onto hands and knees. Now, before we come up, we'll give the back one last curve, and it's a very restful curve. We're not doing the cat pose, we're changing it a little bit. From here, take your knees a little further back, just a little bit. Allow the back to dip. Don't force it. Allow it to dip and allow your shoulders to retract completely. Drop your head down. So, not the cat pose. Very limp, very relaxed. The only thing that is active is your arms because you're keeping them absolutely straight. Allow the back to dip. Let the belly hang out. It's okay. Slow. Shoulders neutral, back neutral, neck neutral. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees off like a bent knee down dog. Now, when you step forward, don't step all the way to your hands and keep your feet apart. Step forward 1 foot at a time. Keep them apart. Inhale up. Feet apart, eyes open. Feet together. Palms together. And a slight bow.